Nathan Sedlick, probably. Well, maybe we did Nathan last week, I think, though. Maybe not Nathan.
Okay, welcome race fans. We are at Sonoma tonight with the IWCR with the Gen 6. Not sure if Roger's back yet, but if he is, we do want to do a pre-race interview here, and I believe he's got Logan Sheets on in here with us. So, Roger?
Hey, thanks, Rudy. Welcome, Logan.
Hey.
Well, man, you know, every week we grab somebody before the race and we get their take on the week's events that we're about to see and, you know, how their season's gone so far and different things like that. So we thought we'd drag you in here tonight and get your take on what we're about to go doing here, this road racing thing. These cars ain't made to turn right at all, are they?
No, I'm more used to open wheel when it comes to road racing, so this is a little different for me.
Yeah, it's just like driving a brick and having to avoid things on the road, isn't it?
Yeah, there'll probably be a pretty big difference in speed between the guys who kind of have it figured out and those that don't. So, could be interesting getting around lapped cars.
How about yourself? You think you got this all figured out here tonight? Think you got a good piece to go racing with?
Yeah, we had a pretty good setup for the NIS race. Just got to make some changes for this weather, and I think we'll be pretty good.
Very good. Well, man, so far this season, you've actually run pretty well. Starting off at Daytona, you did really well there. You know, you guys, everybody here is really top notch. I mean, there's a different challenger every week, but you seem to keep yourself close to the front pretty much the whole season. You know, how have you guys been able to manage, you know, keeping the speed, keeping the car right every week, and keeping it out of trouble pretty much every night?
So far, it's kind of came down to luck with some late cautions last week with the pit strategy, and then Daytona's just, it's a crapshoot, all about positioning. And I think tonight will be more or less the same. You need to be lucky, getting through traffic and whatnot.
What do you think? They're having a competition caution on lap 10. What does that do for strategy for everyone, including yourself?
I'm guessing most people will pit then. Some might try to stay out, maybe go the whole race green, and maybe hope the faster guys get caught mid-pack and either get slowed down enough so they can gap the field, or possibly have them wreck. I'll probably play it by ear.
So, and you can make it about 35 to 38 laps if you're, if you're managing your fuel just a little bit here. Is that right?
Yeah, with the caution, I think you can make it on fuel. It'll just be a matter of can your tires make it.
So, and I might be putting the cart in front of the horse here, and you can just decline. But would it not benefit some guys to maybe pit on like lap 6, knowing we're going to get that caution at lap 10? Top off, get tires, go out there and just kind of cruise for 4 laps, not get lapped, and then not pit when the competition caution comes out?
I'll have to pull a Patrick on that one and say you'll just have to wait and see.
I think if they pull a competition caution, don't they have to stop in pits? Or
he did not say that, so that's why I'm asking. Because I thought maybe Logan might have heard something about a rule change. I didn't hear when they said that, and they may expound on that later. So I was kind of trying to glean a little bit of that information out of Logan and see if he knew something more than I knew, and maybe let the cat out of the bag or something. That's what reporters do. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to try to get these guys to elicit a response to a question that we ask. That's what I was trying to do with Logan, but he's a little too sly. He's more like Patrick with that. That being said, I do appreciate you taking your time to stop by. I think Rudy may have a question or two for you. And, man, I wish you the best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you at the end of the race on the podium.
Yep, thanks.
all right, Logan, you think the road courses out here with the Gen 6? What do you think about that combination? We know that the Gen 6 has got a lot of horsepower, and throwing them on road course, you think that's a good call?
Yeah, it's good to change things up. It kind of gets boring going 1.5 miles every week, so I have nothing but support for it.
All right, well, I got to mirror what Roger says. We wish you the best of luck out here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up there, at least try to get some points out there and keep it on the track to avoid getting those off-track incidents.
Yep, thanks.
All right, thanks for talking with us, Logan. All right, Roger, well, that being said, let's, what do you think about the field that we've got here? We've got a huge field out here tonight, and, knowing that it's a road course, they are going to get stretched out over the track. What do you think about how this race is going to go with that competition caution being thrown in there?
Well, see, and that's what I need to sit and listen during the drivers' meeting here, so they clear that up for me. Because I'm telling you, as a driver, I'm thinking already, man, we're having competition caution lap 10. I can probably make it on fuel, but if I went and ran 5 laps about as hard as I could run them 6 laps, pitted on lap 7 or 8, and then just cruised around for the next couple laps till the caution was thrown.
Right.
I don't have to pit on that lap, on that caution, that competition caution, and then I'm going to the front. And that's where I want to be anyway on a road course, because it's really hard to pass here. There's only about 3 places you can really execute a pass here. And the other guy really kind of has to make a mistake, or you have to have gotten a run in the section before that to do that. So I'm thinking as a driver, if I pit early and get all that junk out the way, and some of these other guys pit, well, man, I'm going to jump over every one of them and go to the front, and we're going to be on equal footing, but I'm going to have track position, and that's what's key to me, is getting the track position. So unless they kibosh that rule and say no pitting before lap 10, then we're going to have competition caution. I'm telling you right now, I don't care if I'm running second on lap 7, I'm pitting. I'm going in, I'm getting tires, I may just put a splash of fuel in it, and I'm going back out and cruise till we get the competition caution, so that when everybody else in front of me pits, then I'm right back where I was, but I don't have to fight the in and out. I don't have to worry about that slow pit road speed. I don't have to worry about all that junk. So it's just me thinking out loud a little bit. And, you know, if the admins are listening, they may add that to the rule. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard anything more about what they're going to do, and they may already have that plan in their drivers meeting. So we'll just have to see. And I don't know. Maybe this guy right here can clear up what his strategy is, knowing that they're going to have that 10-lap competition. We got Travis Townsend with us tonight. Welcome, Travis.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. I know you've been sitting here since Rudy and I started that little conversation there. Give me your thoughts, man.
Well, to be honest with you, I was hoping nobody else would think of that. Me and Christopher Perriman, we kind of had that strategy. We were thinking lap 8 or 9 there, duck in, get our 4 tires, maybe a splash of fuel just for insurance to make sure we can make it to the finish, and once everybody else pits under the caution, cycle to the front. But we'll see if race control has something to say about that.
See, that was my only concern about that, because we just talked to Logan Sheets, and I posed the same question to him, and his initial response was, well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, you know, like I said, as a driver, my thinking is, man, I can get all that out of the way, get all that track position. It sounds brilliant, but I know these guys at race control, and they're going to think a lot like we do, because they're racers too. So I wonder if they're thinking, you know, well, we can't let these guys pit, so we're going to tell them we're going to have that competition caution, but you can't pit prior to that. That would really screw things up. And if they do that, then what's your strategy? Because you can probably make it without pitting. Can your tires hold out that long, and would you attempt that?
I don't think I would. I don't look to be running up front tonight. I really struggle here. I know everybody struggles with rear grip, but I was kind of debating with this many cars, even if I want to qualify or not. I was kind of thinking right in the back till that lap 10 caution. You know, make the pit stop, get 4 tires, maybe a splash of fuel, and then come out and see what I can do. Just try to keep it on the track tonight. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, you know, just how it plays out the first 10 laps. I'm definitely going to tiptoe and try to save the tires some, but I seriously doubt that would be a stretch for me. I can stay out and not pit on that pit stop, and then be able to maintain any type of track position once we go back to green.
And that's probably about the same strategy. I'm going to bet that, you know, 80 or 90% of these guys are going to employ themselves. So we're probably going to have to sit back and watch and just kind of, you know, spectate and see what happens. Kind of tell us, man, you know, you haven't had a horrible season. You've had a pretty good season to this point. Kind of take us through your season and you know, how you feel you've been doing and what your plans are for the rest of this season here at IWCR.
Well, we've definitely stepped it up this year. You know, I started running with these guys part-time last year, and I could run strong and, you know, run top 5, lead some laps here and there, but it seemed like I couldn't get the finishes. I get involved in other people's wrecks or something like that and kind of got frustrated with it. So this season I thought I'd, you know, take it a little bit more seriously. We've been working on setups a little more, putting some more practice into it through the week, and the results have really shown. I mean, the 2 races so far, I've got top 5 finishes, led laps in both of them. So it's been a pretty good start. I think I'm sitting 3rd or 4th or somewhere like that in points. So pretty excited so far. You know, had a restrictor plate track, which is kind of a, you know, wild card there. But then also with the 1.5 miles there at Las Vegas, I think that really kind of shows who's going to be real contenders whenever we get to the meat of the schedule with your typical, you know, 1.5 mile style tracks. So ran really strong there, and overall ran pretty good. So pretty excited with the way that we're heading so far.
Very good, yeah, and you know, you said you ran some part-time stuff with those guys last season, and I wanted to extend my thank you for you coming and driving the car for Raw Power at the end of last year. I'm glad that you ended up landing somewhere. Looks like you got a pretty good bunch around you now, and you guys have really kind of stepped up the performance this season. And I appreciated that greatly at the end of last year, and I do wish you luck the rest of this season. And man, I wish you luck tonight, and I hope your strategy pays off for you. Maybe we'll get a chance to holler at you at the end of the race. But Rudy, I think, has one or two questions for you before we let you go, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, Travis, just the same question I asked Logan Sheets a few minutes ago. Knowing just how much horsepower this Gen 6 has, what do you think of the Gen 6 running on a road course as tough as Sonoma?
Yeah, tough is definitely the key word there. I like running these cars at Watkins Glen, but Sonoma to me is just a totally different animal. It's just really tough to get around here. I really seem to struggle here, but watching practice and seeing the lap times, I guess I'm a little bit encouraged to see. It looks like it's kind of misery loves company. Everybody's kind of in the same boat there with you struggling for the rear grip. So looks like I'm holding decent ground on the speed charts. Like I said before, it's just going to be about keeping it on the track and staying out of incidents, I think, in this. And I think if I can keep all the fenders on it and keep it on the track, I could probably bring home a top 10 tonight.
All right, Travis. Well, thank you for talking with us, and we wish you the best of luck out there tonight. You're probably going to need it. So just keep the rubber side down on the asphalt, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the booth, Randall Drake. I am surprised by his presence at this moment, Rudy, and I guess I'm going to let him ask his questions or say his piece before we move on, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
I just came in to say hello, guys, and I also want to thank MaxSpeedTV for covering IWCR. You guys do a great job, and want to let you know something, a piece of information you'll need to let your viewers know. Come lap 10, there will be a competition caution. I know that kind of throws strategy out the window, but the way iRacing kind of finagles the Gen 6 on road courses, even though I have full cautions on, it really only ends up being area cautions. So did that for guys that potentially could have some problems early on, and haven't had a ton of practice here. We haven't been able to throw up any practice servers, so I think doing that for the league.
Well, we appreciate that. And I'm just going to ask a quick question here because I just want to know, that's the only change for tonight, the competition caution on lap 10. There's no other special rules or anything tied into that?
Nope, just open qualifying like we normally have had this season, which should be interesting considering, people are going to need to give room on a track like this. Could definitely be affected if you're running a really good lap and there happens to be a wreck up ahead that you can't avoid. So it should be interesting how strategy plays out there, but everything else is the norm.
All right. Well, man, we appreciate you dropping by and giving us the information, and good luck tonight, and I hope everything goes smoothly for you.
I'm sure I'll be joining you guys shortly.
We always appreciate having you up here, but we'd much rather see you put 35 laps in on this grueling road course, man.
You and me both, Roger. You and me both, buddy.
Well, while you're here, real quick, tell us about how you plan to approach this race. I mean, there's a lot of elevation changes. It's quick switchback corners in several places. How are you planning to manage the course? Because I don't think anyone ever attacks this course. I think you just manage getting around here the best you can, in my opinion. So tell us how you're going to manage yourself tonight getting around here.
Well, what I say and what I do might be two different things, but I'm going to attempt to just try to take it easy and hope that slow and steady wins the race. Which from what everybody tells me on my team, that's what I need to do. And if I'm smart, I'll be able to keep my car not coming in damaged, and maybe I'll be there at the end, which is what I really would like to do. I mean, road course is not my specialty, but I love this track. It's definitely one of my favorite road courses. I just happen to not be good here, so we'll see how it all pans out. But hopefully, I can get the 9 Caterpillar, one of Rudy's favorite paint schemes, hopefully in the top 10 by the end of the night. That's my hope, anyway.
Yes, sir.
That'd be great. I can tell you this one thing from a little bit of experience as a driver I've learned on road courses. There's one thing you absolutely have to do to even be semi-successful here. To keep all 4 tires on the pavement at all times and let everything else work itself out. Everyone else around you will make a mistake at some point, and that's how you'll pick up your position. So if you can do that, race within yourself, buddy, I think you can get your top 10 finish tonight.
I'm hoping. I haven't fared so well in the Gen 6 years. Trucks have been doing really well, but for some reason, just having a rough go of it. Had a rough go at Las Vegas last week and didn't fare too well at Daytona, so we'll see how it all pans out.
Yeah, I think one of the secrets to a road course here with this, I just kind of want to say this real quick, Roger, is you need to race a track. Don't let the track race you. You know, you've got to run it at your pace, your speed, your comfort zone, and that's going to be the secret, I think.
All right, so I should run 2-minute laps instead of 1:15, huh?
You know, 1:25 keeps all 4 on the track instead of that 1:15 everyone else is trying to run. When they're sliding off in turn 2 or turn 4, you know, you're riding right on by them because you're able to keep your momentum and your speed up, not having to slow down worrying about being in the grass. So, you know, 1:21 to 1:25 may be the guy that finishes in the top 5 tonight. You never know.
That's
it's
right.
just road course racing, buddy.
That's absolutely right.
That's what I'm going to hope for. I just know that I'm not this is just not my forte. It's just I've never been good at road courses, and maybe slow and steady will win the race. We'll see what happens. I doubt I'll come home a winner, but hey, if I can be there at the end, that's all I hope for.
All right, buddy. Well, we appreciate it, Randall, and we'll hopefully not chat at you during the race, but hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end.
Well, even if I end up here at the end, which I appreciate the well wishes there, even if I end up here at the end, I always enjoy coming in and watching the races too, and this should be a fun one to watch, I would think. So.
All right, well,
All right,
good luck,
thanks.
Randall. Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Roger, we're about to go to qualifying here, so I'm going to get us
All right.
set up. And,
Hey, I have one thing that I've been asked to get you to do to make sure is to make sure that you have the current Trading Paints upload so that all these cars show up. Some guys have got some different paint schemes tonight, and they've requested that we would at least make the attempt, and I told them I would pass the information along knowing full well that you always refresh.
I do. Well, just a note, I did have to shut Trading Paints off and restart it because there was a couple of cars I knew that they were not their paint jobs, and after I restarted Trading Paints, it came back with their right paint job. One of them was John Schweikert's. I know what John Schweikert's paint job is, and it had some other paint, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I shut Trading Paints off, restarted it, and all the paints are correct, but I will refresh again. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right now to make sure.
All right, buddy. Well,
All right.
they're putting the cars out on the grid to run qualifying. So I think it's time for us to have our national anthem. If you don't mind, sir.
That's right. I will play it.
Appreciate you, buddy.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Roger, we are back here live, watching some of these guys slipping and sliding around here.
Yeah. All these guys are out here.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for them. I hate to inform them. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, if they don't know by now after an hour of practice, they're never.
That's right.
You know, Crabtree came in here and just threw down a 114.77, which is getting around here pretty quick. And then Scoot Johnson came in and threw a 114.80 in practice. I want to see if those guys can back those laps up when, now that the green is dropped on qualifying.
And, that's the thing. You get somebody like Scoot Johnson. Now, I believe he's on the road to pro. So, I'm not sure. Is Logan Sheets on the road to pro?
Yes.
So,
Patrick Crabtree,
yeah.
Logan Sheets, Dave Rattler, I think Scoot Johnson, John Schweikert. This series is filled with some of the top drivers.
Yep.
So this is a no-joke place to race. You're going to race here. You're racing with some of the best. I'm kind of got my eye right now on the 09 car of Dave Rattler out there, the T-Mobile car. Looking at his time right now, he's currently 6th in qualifying. A long ways off of his original times in practice, but I think he just took it easy, get some heat in the tires on the first lap, and that looks like he's throwing down a pretty good lap right here.
Batista right there on the top, and Travis Townsend said Logan Sheets has come in. Travis Townsend said he wasn't too sure about tonight, and there he is up in the 3rd spot.
Yeah,
But,
now David Rattler put a real lap on the board.
There we go.
Yeah, it's time for everybody to start paying attention to the 09. Oh, and then he loops it on the 2nd lap going up through turn 1, turn 2, whatever they call it. Looking for Crabtree. And he's out there now. He's going around turn 7, turn 6.
Yeah, he just looped it too. I just watched him. He took it down coming into the hairpin there, the last turn, and he kind of did a little loop there. So he's probably back out there now trying to turn a little bit better time.
I know they didn't do too poorly considering everything in their NIS series this week, so we'll see what he has to put down. I mean, he's going to have to really put down a lap to go under 114. That's to get the pole. So
yeah, and these guys just they're out here for 30 minutes, and they're just putting down pretty much hot laps. To see who can get on that top spot. And now they're going to run for what, about 20 minutes? Or 15 minutes?
About 15 minutes, and they're going to break it down to the top 12 or 15, and then they're going to get one more shot to improve their time. So you don't have to be the fastest right now. You just got to be in that top 15, and then you'll get another shot with less traffic out there as Crabtree just slid it all the way through turn 5.
Well, talked to John Schweikert there before the race, before you come in, and he was telling me that he wasn't too sure. He was just going to try to get some points here tonight, try to keep it maybe in the top 5, to try to gain some points. But with David Rattler in here now, boy, this is, we haven't seen David yet this season. And
actually, he just had a really bad week at Daytona, remember? He got a lap down early, and they ran that thing green, and he never got it back.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. But he is going to be way back in the points, so he has got a lot of ground to make up, for the point. Which
Crabtree's on a flyer.
with as fast as these guys are, they could take him all season to make up that.
113.946 seconds, new top
Yep.
of the chart. Teammates right there on the top.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Quick, quick, quick. Watching my buddy Joe Roberts now that Crabtree's off track. Watching him come up here through turn 2 and 3. And that kickstart machine that he drives.
Did you say Joe Roberts?
Joe Roberts. Practiced a little with him this week. And Joe can get himself around here. He's not going to be the 113, 114 group. But Joe can keep it steady, and he can click off these 16s and 17s pretty good. So I kind of feel like he's got a shot to get at least a good top 3, top 5 out of this if he can keep all 4 tires on the track and keep his steady rhythm up.
You know, Roger, I was going to say I'm really, really glad that Randall come in here and talk to us a little bit about that. You know, it makes me feel good that he can come in here and I know he may not be the best racer out there, but he is pretty steady every week. And for him to just try to go out here and, like we talked about, just take it easy. And the fast guys are going to spin off the track. We're going to see a lot of off-track incidents, no doubt. Schweikert, he agreed with me when I told him that, and he said absolutely we're going to see a lot of off-track. So the guys off-track, that's going to give you an opportunity, the guys that are in the back, to pass those guys that are off the track, and we could really see an upset here tonight.
Anything can happen on a road course. It just takes one mistake for you to be into a tire barrier, or you to back it into a fence, something, so that the car's damaged, and then it just doesn't perform right.
Right.
And then it's anybody's game. And I'm glad that Randall comes in and has a chat with us now and again. We've recruited him on the nationwide team that myself and Johnny Foley and Galen Gidman have been building for a while now as a development driver. And he's learning so much about so many different things. And I see that he's applying a lot of that to what he does here in this series. And, he's just gotten a whole lot more consistent. And he tries to be there at the finish. He doesn't try to go out there and abuse the car and hot lap every lap. He just tries to be there at the end and get the best finish that he can muster and the car will allow.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a pretty tough competitor, and I've seen him in a lot of the races lately. He's up there. He may not be up there at the beginning, but he'll be up there toward the end when it counts. So hopefully we can see Randall run a really good race here tonight. Travis Townsend really is struggling here. I've been watching him. He is, wow. We're going to see some of the fast guys, I think, really struggle tonight. And I think we're going to see a lot of off-track incidents. And I think we're going to see a total upset here tonight.
Well, I will not be surprised if we see a major upset, but I just gotta say that 40 car and that 09 car have been the class of the field since we dropped this thing.
Oh, of course.
And they're sitting on top right now. They were number 1, and I don't know that Rattler actually turned the lap until we started qualifying. Maybe he did. He's 8th quick, but he was less than 0.8 of a second off of them. Those guys are so good here. If you made me pick, I'd have to flip a coin for the two of them. But if I go with my gut, I think Patrick Crabtree's probably the best guy in the room right now, just off of his sheer talent level, and watching him do some road course racing this week. And I don't know that anybody in here is going to be able to best him tonight unless he makes a mistake.
All right, 18 minutes left here, but now I believe, let's see, 15. Oh, they got about 3 minutes left here to qualify.
Actually, they got about a minute left here.
Oh, okay.
The laps, the cars that are on the track right now that have not crossed the start-finish line will be allowed to complete their laps. Everyone else is done as soon as they hit the start-finish line. So
okay,
this is it. We're going to break down this top 15. Right now, the guy on the bubble, Thomas Keith. And they may drop that down since we only have the 24. They may squeeze that field down just a little bit. So that may move my bubble boy around a little bit.
We'll go back here and see if we can find the 15th place car. Thomas Keene, he's not on the track. But 16th place is 17th. These guys all trying to beat that time. And some guys, you know, they just they're content with the time they got and want to start in the back. I don't know. So I think that's probably what I would do. Start in the back. I'm going to reset this.
Yeah, like I said, I think I would go to the back and pull my strategy play that I was wanting to pull. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be difficult to decide, you know, for some guys.
All right, looks like they are going to park them now, and they get just a couple minute break here, and then we're going to see the top 15 go out and try to beat them times. So we'll get up here to Patrick Crabtree and see when he does go out. And he may just he may decide to just stick with that time. I don't know. That is a pretty fast time. I mean, he's really not that much quicker than Rattler. And like
top 10.
Top 10. Oh.
Joe Roberts.
Nice. Yeah, I'd almost think if I was Crabtree, I think I'd almost stick with that time. I wouldn't even bother going on. I don't think anybody's going to beat that.
Well, the only guy that's really close to him is Rattler, and I mean, even if you start off, let your car or let your teammate have the spot. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're in the front row, I don't think.
Yeah, and it looks like he's only like less than a tenth off, or about a tenth.
So Patrick Crabtree, David Rattler, John Batista, Logan Sheets, Brian Willison, John Schweikert, Travis Townsend, Tyler McClintock, Galen Gidman, and Joe Roberts will get to run the second round of qualifying as they all roll out of their pits and start heading for the track right now. Rudy, we're going to have about 7 minutes to let these guys have at least one more. I think you can get 2 more shots, and depending on whether your car's all taped up or not, yeah, that will determine how many chances you actually get to do this. And on these road courses, the tape for me doesn't really make a big difference because there's no really, really long straightaways where that tape actually makes more speed for the car. So I'm not doing it. I just, maybe up at 5 or 10%, but that's just about all you can do. I want to get more laps in and, get the tires hot and sticky instead of getting the car hot where it won't run.
I didn't see Foley out there. What's up with him?
Johnny, as everyone knows, is a country entertainer, and he had a gig tonight and could not make the event.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was making money instead of playing games.
Well, there you go.
I applaud him. We miss him, but I applaud him.
That's right.
I have a feeling he may show up later and join us in the booth. I'm not positive on that, but it's just a feeling that I have.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, so far, haven't seen anybody move around in positions. not for lack of trying, because everybody out there is trying the daylights out of it, but boy, they just, it's awful tough. They all laid down a pretty good lap time, and it's hard for them to even beat their own lap times.
Yeah, we saw some really quick times in the first round of practice. I just don't know these guys are going to beat themselves. I mean, Crabtree, you know, until someone put up a better time, I don't even know I'd have rolled my car out of the pits.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought maybe he wasn't going to there for a minute. I think I would have probably almost just stuck with my time, because I don't think anybody's going to beat that time. But he is out there trying to beat it.
And Schweiger's on his warm-up lap, and he's getting ready to come down here to turn 11.
Guys are using every bit of the track that they can, using them rumble strips, and oh man, they're trying to use everything to their advantage.
Yeah. And Schweiger just put in the fence off of turn 5. He got on that rumble strip and he blasted the throttle, and the car jumped left on him. And he put the left front corner right in the fence. So I think he's going to be 6th unless someone else comes out and beats him, and that's going to be it.
They get back to the field there a little bit. Oh, Schweiger coming down the pit road at 200 mile an hour. All right.
I think everyone pretty much off track. Everyone's pretty much done now. Brian Wilderson is on track here. Well, never mind. He's off track, mowing the grass.
David Rattler's still on
turns 4
track.
and 5. All right, Rudy, real quick before we get into this session, I am going to step away and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, folks, so stay with us here. Thanks for joining us here at MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate it very much. We get to see the IWCR League going to turn 35 laps here tonight with the Gen 6 at Sonoma. Been practicing and qualifying, and knockout qualifying. Pretty cool the way they do this. Patrick Crabtree on the pole right now with a 1 minute 13.946 seconds. Don't look like anybody moved in the top 10. They had a chance to go out and try to best their times there with the second round of qualifying, and don't look like anybody beat their qualifying time. Nobody moved, so Looks like that's going to be the qualifying order.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the top 10 was set in the first round, Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you completely. I don't remember seeing anybody's name move on that list.
Nope. Scoot Johnson out there having a ball, burning them down. All right, they are advancing it.
Yeah, some interesting questions during the drivers meeting.
Okay, we will get to the grid now. All right, let's run down through the field. Patrick Crabtree on the pole in the number 40 with a 1 minute 13.946 second lap. Great lap. David Rattler in the 09 starting second. Logan Sheets in third in the number 58. In fourth, the number 27 of Brian Wilderson. In fifth, the number 39 of John Batista. In sixth, the number 1 of John Schweikert. In seventh, the 08 of Travis Townsend. In eighth, the number 10 of Tyler McClintock. Galen Gidman starting ninth in the 94. Joe Roberts in 10th spot in the number 6. And go ahead, Roger. Sorry.
Zachary Miller start his 44 machine in the 11th position tonight. 12th will be the 29 of Matt Spangler. The number 2 car will start in 13th position. That's Jeremy Bazemore. Christopher Perryman is in the number 41 car in 14th. Nathan Sedlick starts 15th in the 35. The 16th position, Thomas Keene, number 42. The 34 car of Evan Vieco will start 17th. Michael Leiby will start 18th in the number 5 car. Thomas Brandner will start number 24 machine in the 19th position. And Keith Shaner will start in the 20th position in his number 47. Rudy?
All right. Randall Drake starting in 21st position in the number 9. In the 22nd position, the number 8 of Paul Crumry. Scoot Johnson in the 88 starting 23rd. In 24th, the 81 of David Butterworth. And no, Zachary Chahalis is not there. Foley's not there. DeAndre Artis back in 29th position in the 07. Mike Vining starting in 30th in the number 72. And in 31st, taking up the rear of the field, Stephen Pearson in the number 96. All right, we are rolling here, Roger. About to get this thing underway. Let's get up here to our pole setter. Congratulations to Patrick Crabtree for winning the pole here tonight. David Rattler going to be second. This is going to be a pretty good start here, Roger. What do you think is going to happen when they go into turn 1? Who's going to give way?
Man, that's going to be difficult to say. I'm trying to go over that in my head. What would I do in this position? And you know, I knowing that I have a caution in lap 10, I don't think that I'm going to be afraid to give up a position or two on this start and try to ride those first 10 laps and see what's going to happen, see how my car is going to be, so I know if I need to change anything, and not really worry about the first 10 laps because I really need to be there the last 10. So I think I'm probably going to give up a bunch of spots, but some of these guys are just bulldogs and they want to go. So I'm not sure what my strategy would be. I will need for during lap 10, Rudy, for you to kind of take over for me and just kind of, you know, do the thing. I'm going to be watching the very last car on the track, and once they cross the start finish line, race control has asked that we throw the caution for that.
Okay, very cool.
I'm pretty sure that the Ken Worley fan club is probably still out on the party porch, and I want to say hi to all those guys and all the viewers tonight before we get this thing kicked off. I know they're all there, and we haven't talked to them yet. So, guys, we'll chat at you during the caution. Thanks for watching, and we're getting ready to go green. Rudy pace cars off, and they are coming through 11. Rattler and Crabtree coming to the kink here. Green flag's in the air, and we're underway. Crabtree took a huge jump. All three of those LDR guys are out front right now.
Yeah, I wonder if there was any communication on that start, because that looked pretty quick that they jumped right out in the lead like that.
I would imagine those teammates did. I saw Zach Miller get bumped out of the way a little bit coming up the hill, and he lost about 4 spots, but everybody got into single file before we got through turns 1 and 2.
Well, that's probably a good safe move on their part. I thought maybe it was going to be
down here turn 6. We were almost 3 wide getting into turn 6. I'm not sure who that was. Looks like Nathan Sedlick was part of that. Matt Vieco was in that. Nobody touched. That was some good driving, but they were almost 3 wide getting down into that hard right-hander before we go into the S's.
All right, so far nobody up front has been challenging Patrick Crabtree. Gonna get back up to him here.
He's leading that parade through turn 11 right there. Stephen Pearson is still on pit road for some reason.
He must have missed a... No, well, he didn't.
Yeah,
miss
but he
the
still
start.
hasn't gone.
He didn't miss the start because he was on the grid.
Huh. Well, let's see if we can find out what happened. How he got on the pit road already. All right, right front corner, that car's tore up just a bit.
All right, so Crabtree does lead the first lap. And like you said, Roger, it looks like everybody's single file behind him. Man, oh man. Well, let's go back here to third place, Logan Sheets. Already a 1.5 seconds behind the leader, but hanging right with David Rattler. But those three already starting to pull away from the rest of the field. If you notice that, Roger, they're definitely...
Yeah,
Brian Wilson trying to hang on in fourth, but he's already 3.8 seconds behind the leader. 3.9 and climbing.
watching these 3 Fords up here in the front, all LDR drivers, and they're in lockstep with each other. Just same line, same everything going up through these corners. That I don't think they're going to try to race each other until we get down to the end. They know that caution's coming at lap 10, so they're just going to kind of cruise here. I mean, it's that second group right there, those 4 cars, Wilson, Schweikert, Batista, I think McClintock's the last car in that group of 4 there. They're the ones that are not wanting to let these guys get away too far, so
Right.
they probably feeling like they got their work cut out for them anyway, but their saving grace is going to be the competition caution at lap 10. Oh, Zach Chahalis just killed the car off of turn 10. He's headed for the pits. The whole front end of that car is destroyed. He come off turn 10 and just absolutely turned it right and hit the inside fence, not the outside fence, which is rare in turn 10. See somebody hit that right-hand fence right there. He hit the tire barrier and just the car's done.
Oh man, he did. Let's go back just a little further here. Yeah, he did. So he's on pit road.
Yeah, Thomas Keene just went way out to the tire barrier in turn 11, and he's going to lose about 5 spots right here real fast.
Back to 16th, right where he started. Now
Bye-bye.
18th.
He's
Yeah,
off in turn 3.
off and turn. Yep. So this is what I was talking about to Randall there about, even the fast guys can make mistakes up front, and you can pick up a ton of positions just by staying with it.
Yep.
Nathan Sedlick in 15th.
we'll keep all the rubber on the road the whole time, and you got a chance to pick up some positions. Drake's back here. He's not really doing anything. He's running about 20th now, but he knows he's got that caution, and maybe that'll help him. Maybe he won't take tires. Maybe he'll do something radical and give himself some track position.
And look at Scoot Johnson, started 23rd today, and he's already up to the 14th position. Only 4 laps into this. So he has come up through the field. He's got by a lot of cars to get there.
Got a little squirrely off of 10 himself.
Yep.
He is sliding that car in turn 11. Wow.
He's hanging right there about 20 and a half seconds or 20 and 3/4 seconds. Not really gaining any time on these guys, but he, again, like I said, he's come up from 23rd up to 14th, and that means a lot for the track position when they do get that competition yellow at 10, lap 10. Christopher Perryman doing a really great job out here in 13th. Zachary Miller in 12th. Galen Gidman just kind of taking his time around here. And that's what it's going to take, I think, to get through this thing.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's going to bank on that caution and do something to get himself a little better position, and then maybe he'll start racing a little more. Right now, he just wants to get through the first 10 laps and get us to the competition club.
Travis Townsend now, he started 7th. He's back to 9th. So a couple guys have gotten by him. One of them, Joe Roberts. Joe Roberts up to the 8th position.
I think Keith Shaner car on pit road. He had a big crash on about lap 3, I guess.
Oh my, did he ever?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of damage on that car.
Wow, there ain't even a hood or a front end on it. Looks like he may be
He
done.
lost it in the S's back there when I go back and look, and planted in the tire barrier on the 2nd or 3rd S, and that car's done. It buried it all the way up to the firewall, and the engine let go.
Dang.
So he's going to be our second retiree. Butterworth was out first. Shaner's going to be out second. Pearson's got his damaged machine back on track. He's 1 lap down. He's hanging there when this competition caution comes out. He's going to be the wave around car, or the lucky dog, and he's going to get back on the lead lap. So just keeping it out there and keeping it going. I'm going through the field here, and Paul Crumrine, whole right side of that car destroyed. By Vining does not have any damage. Keene, all that left side damage from that spin we watched him do in turn 3.
Randall Drake's got, looks like he's got...
DeAndre Artis is sliding through the S's here, but he keeps it locked down, gets the car stopped just a little bit off track, not going to hit anything. Good job keeping that car out of that tire barrier by him right there.
Go back and take a quick look at that. Not much else to cover, so we got plenty of time to cover this. Oh yeah, he just, good job locking it down. All right, so he's back out running though.
Zach Miller's got a bunch of damage on the nose of his car. Looks like he ran into somebody from behind. I think that happened on the very first lap going up into turn 3. Trying to make that right-hander. There was somebody a little off pace in front of him. He ran in the back of him and knocked him up out of the group. That's how he ended up losing from about 8th position. He started in 11th, and I think he dropped back a ways. He's picked up a couple spots since then. He dropped back to about 13th to 14th.
He's in 12th position. But he's doing pretty good. Galen Gidman in 11th. Matt Spangler in 10th. Travis Townsend now rolls into the 9th. Joe Roberts 8th. John Batista 6th. Schweikert into 5th. And he is really keeping the pressure on Brian Wilderson.
Meanwhile, Logan Sheets and David Rattler have fallen 3.5 and 4.5 seconds behind Crabtree, who's lapping Paul Crumrine, makes him the lucky dog right now.
riding on board here with John Schweiger.
Who was that? Thomas Keene off track again in turn 10. Just getting her back underway, getting out down here on that short backstretch.
Yeah, this is making it all about the driver here tonight because, you know, it's all about throttle control and braking, downshifting, and you know, and you got to make sure you do it in the right places too.
Yeah.
So,
If you're not on the brakes enough, you'll glide through the corner. If you're on them too much, too early, you might get some wheel hop. If you're not shifting in the right spots and letting the engine do some of the work, you're going to carry too much speed. There's so much to this road racing. You have to use all three pedals, both hands, for 2 or 3 different things, and you got to be thinking the whole time, remembering where you are on the track.
right. Rattler already 3.2 seconds behind Crabtree now. So he's definitely hanging with them. But I believe about, one more lap, Roger, after this one?
Yeah, about one more.
Yep. And you got the last place, I think it's Zachary Chahalis.
Yeah, well, it's going to be whoever's right in front of Crabtree at the time is going to be the last car.
Okay, that would be Thomas Keene.
Yeah, and I think he might be lapped before then, so it's probably going to be Mike Viney.
Oh, Crabtree.
Actually, there we go. There's the strategy guy right there. I'm surprised if all of his teammates come right on down there.
Yes, sir, they are. All 3 of them.
Everybody's doing this except for Batista. Here comes a 27, the 1.
Oh, look at them all coming down. Holy moly.
So there is going to be no good strategy play on this.
Look at this. Holy smokes. They're not going to let anybody get away with what? Wow.
Some guys must have been listening to the broadcast.
They very well could be. You know, they very well could be. Yes, sir. So David Rattler out. He is on his way.
Crabtree's already gone. Sheets out behind that. Okay, so that's going to mess my running order up so bad right now.
Oh, yeah.
We won't know who the leader is until the next lap.
Well, right now I'm showing John Batista as our leader, according to my board here. And Galen Gidman is second.
So they're on lap 10. Who's ever in front of Batista is going to be that last car.
Okay, so now they are under caution. So now they will come around and pick up the pace car, correct?
Yeah, and Crumry will get to drive away from Batista and the boys. They'll all line up behind the 39 car. I can't wait to see where this cycled everyone else out at right now.
Yeah, because now, see, Batista did not come down pit road. The front 3 did not come down pit road.
Nope.
Galen Gidman,
didn't come down. Zach Miller, none of them came. Everybody else pitted. The entire field.
Michael Leiby did not come down. Thomas Branner did not. And DeAndre Artis did not. And Randall Drake did not. Mike Vining did not. Thomas Keene did not. And Paul Crumry did not. But they are way back, way back in the field. These guys pitted and come out and still come out ahead of them. So,
and now when the pace car picks up the field, that's going to put Crumry back on the lead lap here, and Stephen Pearson is going to be the lucky dog.
Right. Yep. Yeah, Stephen
By
Pearson.
virtue of having Patrick Crabtree pit, that put those guys back another lap because Pearson was 2 and Crumry was 1, and that gave them back a full lap. And that's a big break for Crumry right now, and it's just about as big a break for Pearson. He will have to go race around and make up a whole lap and still do a pit stop. but at least it gives him a chance to get some of that damage fixed under caution, because a pace lap around here is amazingly long.
Right. All right. Well, Batista, they're coming up on the pace car now, so the field should be slowing.
Trying to figure out why Nathan Sedlick is stopped on track and getting back way in the back of the line here.
Yeah, I don't. He should be. Well, he's going to be back 24th position, so he may have just come off pit road at a weird time, and it's putting him at the. He gets an EOL.
He may be the first car behind the pace car. No, is it waving him by the pace car? Waving him by the pace car. He's going to hold his position. For some reason, he must have had a conflicting report from the tower, and now they've got it cleared up, and they're waving him around.
Okay, so that does put Stephen Pearson. Then he will get one of his laps back, or he will get his lap back. He will be the. Wow, and he's going to have to come clear around the track, stop and get his pit stop, and catch up to the field. That's going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. Now, here, these guys are starting to roll into pit road, and Crabtree's just coming off of turn 10. Not really much of an advantage, but enough. I mean, they're still probably going to come out way behind everybody because you got to go 45, and pit lane speed really doesn't start till you're clear around that curve and basically on that next straightaway, so they can kind of speed down through there, and 45 miles an hour starts. It's a long ways, and a lot of guys forget that. And if we're pitting under green like those other guys, you can't remember that you can go a long way. Some guys just cruise around 45 all the way around, and you don't have to. You can go a very, very long ways around before you have to slow down.
All right, well, that does change up the running order by quite a bit. Patrick Crabtree will be in the lead.
I've been listening to the race chatter, the drivers, and those three guys that are rolling off pit road right now are kicking themselves for not thinking of that strategy. How you missed that, I don't know. Travis Townsend off track under caution.
So yeah, that was kind of cool. You know, I never would have thought of that. You know, and it's kind of cool the way that all worked out. It put everybody almost pretty right back in the way they were when before the competition caution was thrown. I mean, up in the front, I should say.
Well, you know, I talked to the two drivers before the race about that exact strategy, and you know, I didn't think everyone would be on board with that, but you know, looking like everyone did it.
All right, coming to take lap 14, and we should get the one to go here, and that should allow Stephen Pearson to get the wave by, correct?
He's already been waved around. He's trying to catch up and get back where he can get in the pits because they're getting ready to go to the one green. Now, it takes a long time to get around here, regardless. So he's going to have time to come in, get his pit. I think he's coming around turn 10, getting ready to go in now. And they're just coming to the start finish line, so he's got a lot of time. But, you know, these front three, once again, are going to be the pole sitter, second place, and third place starters.
Well, Stephen Pearson did not pit.
Interesting. May not need to. He's already been in and may not care about that damage.
All right. Well,
oh, okay. So they're trying to wave him so he can catch up now because he's not back yet on the lead lap, and he's trying to get back through everybody.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be really difficult for him.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
Yeah, I wondered something was not right. It's going to put him way back there because they got the one to go. I mean, he ain't even made it up through the field to get by the pace car yet.
No, and he will not make it back around before they take green because they're already into turn 7.
Yep. I don't even know where he's at.
Coming through the field, he's about 8th or 9th.
Okay, I see him now. Yep.
He's not going to make it. He's just not going to get by these guys. He can't get there before they get to where they need to be. He needed to be waved immediately, and the game waits.
Yeah. He's coming by him here. And boy, I don't know. He's probably going to just get by him. They're not letting him by. I don't know.
No, I don't understand that. He's been waved.
There he goes. Okay. And he's not going to come down pit road. And we heard that, the guys could probably make it. It would be really, really close. If you don't stop, you'll be really close on fuel. But boy, he sure would like to have probably got them new tires. Still, did they rethrow the caution? Or what happened there, Roger?
Well, we're delaying the caution because the 96 car could not get around and get back up to the field.
Okay.
And there's a whole lot of cars that are still trying to catch up from getting waved, being the end of the lead lap. Mm-hmm. Nobody was able to catch up. The pace car is flying around here, about 60 or 65 miles an hour.
Yep.
This is ridiculous speed for this pace, considering that pit road speed is 45. And Pierce is just now coming down towards about turn 9 here.
He probably only going to be about halfway around the track by the time they get
he's
the
not going
green
to get
flag.
back. He's not going to get back to him. He's just got to take what he's got and hope guys wreck.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were saying there before the race, that there's going to be a lot of off-track incidents, which we've already seen our fair share of them already. Guys slipping and going off track, so he could pick up a lot of positions. We were talking about Randall Drake, and Randall's back in 20th, but you just don't know. I think there's going to be a shake-up here tonight. You got these guys up in the front right now. They're going to put on one heck of a battle. Come down to the last 5 laps of this. It's going to be a heck of a battle. Pace car's in.
Through the tire barrier even it's in.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, Rattler took the short way around and Crabtree took the long way around. And holy smokes, Rattler going to go back to third. Logan Sheets did not waste any time.
And John Schweigert tried to take advantage of the miscue by Rattler, and Rattler had to really go deep into one and almost got his teammate. They almost got together again. This is pretty exciting right here.
Yeah, these guys are really racing it up hard right now, and man, 20 to go.
There's a turned car.
Oh, yeah.
29 turned by the 27. Matt Spangler got turned by Brian Wilson, and I hope nobody else hits him.
He's trying to get it back underway, but boy, he just can't get a grip on that. He's trying to go a little bit too fast.
Yeah, a little too much horsepower underneath that car.
Schweikert now in 4th, and he's got some ground to make up. He's already 4.3 seconds behind them guys. And boy, Matt Spangler went clear back to 23rd, Roger.
All it takes is one tiny little mistake.
There you go. And we're starting to see it. These guys are making mistakes. And that's why I say I think there could be a shakeup. Not that I think Crabtree's going to make a mistake or Rattler or Logan Sheets. I'm just saying there's a possibility of it. And that could really be a big shakeup here for this race tonight.
Yeah. Some of these guys just, going to push a little bit, try to make up some places, and it's not going to work out good. Matt Spangler taking his car behind pit road, and he will be done for the night.
Oh, man.
So he's going to have a rough finish tonight. Probably somewhere around 25th, maybe 26th.
Yeah, probably 25th. So
at least 25th, Paul Crumrye.
Yeah, Paul Crumrye gets by him here in a couple laps. So
Pearson's going to get by him this time. Crumrye should have gotten by him right now, I would think. Maybe the next time by.
Logan Sheets really doing a great job, but boy, already 2.3 seconds behind Crabtree. Crabtree's just on a rail out here. He's just playing with these guys.
Well, no one's going to pit. This is going to go, to the end from right here. We're halfway right now. He's probably not going to hold anything back. He's going to try to drive as far away and make a statement here about the distance. Schweikert and McClintock back there, and they're trying to hold on to Rattler and Sheets. They're not doing too bad a job there. My buddy Joe Roberts is right behind that. He's running in the 6th spot. Got Scoot Johnson up to the 7th position. And remember, earlier he was, what, 15th?
Yeah. Well, he restarted here 8th. But yeah, earlier, before that competition caution, he was up to 14th, I think. But after this restart, on the restart, he was 8th. I do remember that, and now he's up to 7th, so he has picked up one more position.
Tyler McClintock, something's happened to him. He's fallen way back off of John Schweikert back here through the S's. His car would look like it was off speed for just a minute. Now it looks like he's back up to speed. I don't know if it was a driver mistake or something happened there.
Cool thing about it, you get to see them rotors glowing.
Oh, Scoot Johnson gets the old rear end punt right there from Brian Wilson. Wilson ends up losing position to Batista in that deal.
And look at where Joe Roberts is at, running in 6th. Holy smokes.
That's what I was telling you earlier. You know, he was really consistent. I practiced some laps with him here a couple nights ago, and he was really consistent. And I thought, you know, he's got a chance to do something and be really, you know, get at least a good top 5 out of this, and keep all 4 tires on the track and just pace himself. And right now he's running 6th, and he's hunting down McClintock at 5th.
Yeah, and he's got some guys right on his tail, but boy, he's just staying smooth, not being. Best thing to do when you got somebody behind you that's fast like that. Don't even look in that rear view mirror. Just forget they're back there.
Crabtree down here in turn 11 already, and his nearest competitor he's already started finishing line. His nearest competitor, Logan Sheets, just coming out of turn 11, so he's really gapped this bunch. And Stephen Pearson is now taking his car into the pits, and he will be finished for the night.
Oh,
going to finish in 24th.
Dang.
Just not, the road course is not his forte. Well aware of that. He just, you know, trying to keep a few points in, maybe get some points made up on some guys that didn't show up tonight. And we did have a few, so we'll see what happens there. Mike Vining getting passed by Paul Crumry back here. I don't know what happened to Mike. I wasn't watching the car, but all of a sudden he was really slow down through the S's, and Crumry looks like he lost it there in about turn 8, turn 9.
Well, yeah, Crumry is a couple laps down, so you know, Mike didn't lose a position there or nothing, and you know, he probably knew. He probably said, you know, hey, I'm just going to let him go. Mike's out there probably just trying to run his own race.
But as much damage as he got down the right side of that car, it's going to be difficult to do now. I see the 42 car of Thomas Keane rolling into pit road now. Front end is completely gone off of that car.
Oh my.
See if I can find out what happened to him. I got a feeling he's not happy with turn 10 again. Maybe not. That car's not had a hood on it for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. He must have did something there maybe after that restart that we did not see.
Yeah, that car's
no back end either.
They're taking that behind the wall. I got a feeling we're going to be done with that car.
There, I just seen it right there as he come out of, let's see, that's turn 9, I believe. He come out of turn 9 and hit the tires right there by the building. Right at the end of the drag strip. Oh, man, did he ever hit that a ton, too.
That's a tough spot because you're going right, you're going up over the hill, and it just kind of drops away once you get to the top of the hill, and the car gets really light right there. Right where Crabtree's at right now is the car gets really light going down the hill. If you have too much throttle in the wheel turn, the car will go whichever way the wheels turn, and it's really hard to gather it back in.
Sure is. And I notice a lot of guys use those rumble strips to try to help them keep that straight. surprising it might be, it's just they do help you straighten out a little bit. Sometimes they can cause
Sometimes
problems.
not.
Yeah. Well, my experience with them, they always seem to kind of help me a little, you know, but sometimes they do more bad than they do good. So, yeah, Thomas Keene, Stephen Pearson, and Matt Spangler out. Zachary Chihalis out, Keith Shaner, and David Butterworth. So we've lost 6 drivers. Down to 22 drivers left out on the track.
Yeah, this road racing stuff is something that you got to have a lot of skill and a lot of patience. Some guys just, you know, they're hitting some points and have some fun. It's their weekly deal, and they're just, you know, they're just not good road racers. And give them an A for effort coming out and trying, because this stuff is not easy. I am not a big road race guy. I'll do it every once in a while, but this stuff is a special skill set. You definitely got to know what you're doing.
Schweikert trying to hang on to 4th here, and he's got Tyler McClintock has kind of reeled him in just a little bit, but I don't know if he's got enough there to get up with Schweikert and challenge him for that position or not, because boy, he's had his difficulties tonight. Let's ride along here with Tyler McClintock for a minute. Notice we're getting a lot of wheel hop coming off of the last turn right there, that turn 10 or 11.
Oh, he's sliding it through turn 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's trying his hardest to keep up with Schweikert.
You know, and you go up the hill and the car's naturally slowing down. When it reaches the top of the hill, you start to go back to gas because it's a natural. The car's out of the corner, but you can't do that. You got to really, really ease into that throttle. Otherwise, the car will start doing what it did for him right there. It just starts sliding.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait to go back and watch this later. This is going to be good, I think. This is oh, and Scoot Johnson's out of the race.
Wow, that is a bit of a shock. I got to go back and see what happened to Scoot.
Yeah, he's one of our on the road to pro drivers that's out here tonight. And
oh my, missed turn 3 completely. Car launched.
Oh no!
And hit the tire barrier.
Wow.
Yeah. Zach Chihalis has finally given up the ghost in that number 4 machine, so he's out. That's going to put us with, what, 7 cars out of the race right now?
Yes. Yep.
Paul Crumride going back here through about turn 7. I'm watching him. He's our first car 1 lap down. Our second car 1 lap down. Jeremy Bazemore is in the pits with tons of damage on the front and left side of that car. So he's our first lap down car. And Mike Viney is in the S's, and he's got Crabtree peeking at him over the hill here. So it won't be too long and he'll be a lap down.
Oh boy, does he ever have a ton of damage on that. He's got that Camry pretty tore up.
Our buddy Randall Drake is still on the lead lap with about 12 laps to go here. He's a good, I would say, 20 seconds ahead of the leader.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't lose more than about a second a lap to the leader, he's got a chance of staying on the lead lap. As fast as Crabtree is running, I don't know that that's a reality for him. But you know what? If he keeps all 4 on the track all night, gets a finish and brings the car home in one piece, it's a win.
Yeah, he's going to be happy. I think he's going to be happy with no matter where he finishes tonight. Because like you said, we talked to him before the race, and just not his forte, he said. Those were his exact words. Not his forte out here on a road course.
About to have a little battle here for the 6th position between Roberts and Batista. Batista is reeling him in here in the late stages of this race.
Get up here to them.
He was a good 20 car lengths back the last time I checked on these two, and now he's up here to about 3.
Batista's got a heck of a lot of rear damage on that car. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't notice that before. But he has
I
got
didn't notice all the damage on Joe Roberts' car before either.
them two got together.
I'm not exactly sure, but last time I checked, neither one of them had damage, but they haven't lost any time to McClintock and Schweikert, so.
All right, Batista trying to drive it in here, driving it in deep.
Oh, and he hits the tire barrier and loses control.
And Roberts maintains. So, whoa, man. Let's go back and watch that real quick here. Coming into the turn. Batista tries to undercut Roberts right here and catches them tires, and boy, that just threw him all out of shape right there. He cut it just
David
a little
Rattler
bit too
off
hard.
track between turns 6 and 7. Didn't do a bad job of keeping that car going straight and not panicking right there, so he's going to maintain that third position, but he was right on top of Sheets, and he lost it right there and went off track in turn 5.
And you know, Roger, these are the kinds of mistakes that we were talking about that the guys can make, and some of these guys, you know, in the back of the field could capitalize on that. We are coming down here, 10 to go right now. Going to be 9 to go when they cross the line. Right now, I don't see any changes on the track as far as position. Everybody pretty much maintaining the same position. Mike Vining a lap down now. Paul Crumry a lap down. So
About to be 2.
the last one on the lead lap is Randall Drake.
Yeah, he's got a rear view mirror full of Crabtree. Crumry does. They are coming off of turn 3, headed down for turns 4 and 5 right here. Crabtree is just, you can physically see the closing rate between those two cars.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of interested to see how this is, you know, how he is going to pass him. Whether Paul's just going to move over and let him go by, or whether he's going to make Patrick Crabtree race him.
Yeah, he's already a lap down, and there's no sense in really trying to hold the leader up right here, but he's not letting him go easy, that's for sure.
That's for sure, yeah.
These S's are a really bad place to try. Oh, that was close.
Man, oh man.
Man, that's a really bad place to even try to attempt to pass right
Wow. But he did it cleanly. With a lot of luck on his side.
there. His next victim is going to be the 9 car, Randall Drake, running in 18th position. So, we're going to be coming down here to about 8 to go. So,
yeah, that did hold up the leader just enough that Logan Sheets closed up on him by a couple of seconds.
he needs every one of these lap cars to hold up.
Yeah.
Crabtree right now if he wants to have a chance to catch him.
I don't see any more he's coming up on right now. No. Not immediately. So, all right.
And now John Batista has gotten around Joe Roberts for that 6th position. Finally coming off of turn 11. So our buddy Joe moving back.
Well, he has ran an excellent race today. I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
Ryan Willis is going to put a challenge down here on Travis Townsend, I believe, before we get to the end of this for the 8th position. That's about the only battle I can find on the track that's anywhere close to being a battle.
If I know Travis, he ain't going to just give it to him either. He's going to make him race him hard for it. You know, but Travis knows he's not just, you know, he said before the race there when we talked to him that this really kind of made him, it's kind of slowed him up a little bit, you know. He knows this is going to be a bad week for him. He's not going to finish up in the front, but he is still maintaining top 10. That's good for him. All right, 7 laps to go, Roger. Getting down to it. Oh, and Travis, man, dirt tracks and around a turn. Willison closes right up on him. And look at the run he's got on him. He's going to take that position away from him right there on 7 to go. Travis going back 1 place.
Yep, a mistake. That's what you wait for, is that guy to make a mistake.
That's for sure. Galen Gidman right here in 10th, and I don't know, but he might be able to try to get up there and challenge Travis Townsend too. He is really closing up quick on Travis. Actually, he's closing up quick on both of those guys.
Yeah, that might have hurt the tires on the 08 car there.
Let's ride along here with Galen Gidman for just a few minutes and see if he does close up on the back of Travis here any, because everybody's got their better corners, and whether Travis has got a bad corner and Galen can capitalize on that, pick up 9th place, he's still going to get a top 10 no matter what, but 6 laps to go here, Roger.
Yeah, you just got to keep all 4 tires on the pavement for 6 more laps and you're guaranteed a top 10, which tonight is pretty good. And Travis sideways off 11, and that's going to give Gidman a run down the front stretch here. Just not quite going to get there when he needed to. Now he's going to have to wait. There isn't another real passing opportunity until you get down to turn 5. Coming between turn 5 and turn 6 is your only opportunity, and you're going to have to be a lot closer than he is right now, or Townsend's going to have to make another mistake. Oh, Gidman had a little run up the hill, and then he backed it off right there.
Watching here from the rear cam here from Travis Townsend, watching Galen staying right there on his bumper. Galen tries. Oh man, he's looking any place he can.
Place.
No, but you can bet if Travis makes another mistake in that last turn, Galen's going to get by him.
If he can keep the pressure on here through 10, he might make Townsend slip up again in turn 11, but he's got to keep the pressure here and maybe outbrake him right here into 11. He's going to pull over for it. Did not do it.
Nope. Travis Townsend did a lot better that time in that turn. That's probably one of the better ones he's done in the last few turns. Galen's going to get by him.
A whole lap before he finally was able to get that pass down. I think Townsend just decided, I don't want this guy pressuring me the whole time. We're bound to make a mistake. I'm going to let him go. He can have 9th position. 9th and 10th is 1 point. That's not that big a deal.
Yes, sir. Very smart move by Travis. All right, let's I want to get back up there to get up there to the front. Let's see where everybody is running. Patrick Crabtree, want to get up to him. Where's he at? There he is. Coming around here to take the start of lap 4 already.
4.
Yeah. And looking back here, Logan Sheets still in second, 5.1 seconds behind the leader. And David Rattler still keeping the pressure on Logan. Well, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think's going to happen between them two? You think Rattler might be setting Logan Sheets up?
Well, there's only 3 real good places to pass on this track, and they're coming towards the second one of those right now. The second to the last one of those, I should say. And if he doesn't get it here, he really probably isn't going to get it till around turn 11. I don't think he's going to do anything until 2 or 3 more laps. Their teammates, they know each other pretty well. They know each other's strategy because they talk a lot. So we're liable to see this finish exactly the way we're looking. They don't feel any pressure from Swikert back there. But, I mean, everybody wants to finish as high as they possibly can, so you never know.
Yeah, but like you said just a minute ago, it's only 1 point.
It's not worth wrecking your teammate over 1 point.
That's right. If he gets his opportunity, he may take it, but it's going to have to be Logan Sheets is going to have to make a big mistake, I think, for David Rattler to get by him, because they're both they're hooked up really well. Just no competition for Patrick up front there, though. He has just pulled way away from these guys. He's out in a total another zip code.
Yeah, he's Gandhi.
All right, let's go back to here to John Schweikert back in 4th place, and he's still hanging on pretty good. So he's doing quite well in the road courses here at Sonoma. I'm impressed. John Batista, another good one. Oh, he just made a mistake, and Joe Roberts capitalized big time on that.
Wow.
Batista.
This late in the race, and he'd worked so hard to gain that spot. And now it looks like he's having a problem getting it, and there he goes finally. Wow.
Yeah, he
Just,
made a, he just goosed the gas just at the wrong time, and the thing kicked right out on him.
Yep, coming over the top of turn 4 or 5 right there. That's, you can't do that. The car gets really light because everything falls away really quick. It's just like right back here through the S's where he's at right now. That all falls away so quick, and if you're on the gas too soon, it lightens up the back end of the car. The car will jump away from you in a big hurry, and it's really hard to recover that car. I cannot believe, as hard as he worked to get that position, that he made that big of a mistake that late in the race.
I know it. I know it. Here we are, 2 laps to go here. We're going to have to get up there. I want to get up on 2nd and 3rd because that seemed to be like the battle.
It still is.
Yeah. And Schweikert, he's starting to reel these guys in. Look at Schweikert kicking it up right now. He's closed up on them a ton in the last couple laps.
And he wants to try to get up there and get on that podium. He's he's the guy that likes to give his 2 cents after the race. He definitely wants to get an interview, so he wants to finish in that 3rd spot. Not just for the points, he likes to get that interview too. He's really up on the wheel this time. Rattler may have his hands full by the time we get through here next time.
Yes, sir. Logan Sheets running 5.7 seconds behind our leader, Patrick Crabtree. 1 more lap to go. They're going to get the white flag right here, folks.
Ooh, Rattler slid it just a touch off of 11, but he and Sheets both gapped Schweikert coming through that corner, so Schweikert's going to have his work cut out once again to make up space.
1 more lap to go. We're going to stay right here on 2nd, 3rd for a couple minutes, and then we're going to get up there to our leader to watch him bring it to victory lane.
Man, he is just gone on these guys.
I'm telling you.
But he was my pre-race pick, so I'm happy about that.
Don't know if Rattler's got anything for Sheets or not, because boy, Sheets is not missing his marks at all.
And what a classy move by Vining. He saw these 3 guys coming, knew they were close enough to battling each other, and just almost pulled over and stopped right there between turns 6 and 7 to give these guys a chance to race this out these last few corners.
All right. Looks like Patrick bringing it around. He's going to be coming around the last hairpin turn right here, and this is for the win.
Ooh, Rattler went wide, lost all of his momentum. Not going to get to Sheets. Not going to happen.
And Patrick Crabtree bringing it here for the win at Sonoma. Congratulations to him. Great race for these guys. Holy smokes, Roger.
Team sweep in the top 3, Rudy.
Yes. What more can you say about that,
Domination. Crabtree just dominated that race.
Man, I'm telling you, I hope we got him in, we got them all in TeamSpeak.
The only one I don't think is here is Rattler.
Oh, no. Well, let me get down there on track and tell him to hang around for a minute for an interview or come in TeamSpeak or something.
Who is that?
Rattler?
Yeah, I'm telling him.
Okay, let me
get Crabtree and these guys grabbed up and brought in here real quick.
Well, if you get Crabtree, I can get Logan Sheets. How's that? I can find him.
I got him.
Okay. Patrick Crabtree is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy.
What's up, Rudy?
Holy smokes, Patrick! You just dominated out there today. You got to tell us some secrets about this track. You obviously had something hooked up right today. All your setup was everything worked well, but fill us in on a couple little secrets today, would you?
Yeah, definitely. All you got to do is just turn your car to Wumbo, and then all of a sudden you have a ton of speed.
You turn it to what?
To Wumbo.
What's that?
That's a SpongeBob reference.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, great job out there today. You pulled away by about a little over 5 seconds away from Logan Sheets, and that was quite the battle there for second and third. We were right on that. I know, Patrick, you didn't get a whole lot of camera time, but I'm telling you, I'm making it up to you right now, brother. You're on camera. So, but great race out there. Tell us a little bit about some of the racing that you had out there, passing lap cars and all.
Passing lap cars was quite scary. I don't know if you guys saw on the camera, but me and Paul Kermrye got into it a little bit.
Yes,
but
we watched.
Yeah, but other than that, it actually wasn't too bad. That fuel strategy at the beginning and the tire strategy really helped us, and that really helped to get the cars bunched back up. I feel like if we didn't do that at the beginning of the race, the 10-lap caution, I feel like if we didn't do that, then we probably would have gotten into a lot more lap cars right there.
Well, we were watching and see how many people did follow suit on that. There was quite a few, but not everybody. There was probably about 6 or 7 that did not. And but very smart move. I don't think anybody thought about that right before the race other than you guys. And I think a lot of the guys said, "Hey, they're going down pit road," and it you know, the old light bulb turned on, you know. So great smart move by you guys. 1, 2, 3 team. What more can I say about that? Great job by you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Logan Sheets said he was in here pre-race giving an interview, and he said that you kind of hinted at pitting a little early there, so that's where we got our strategy from. We're not the smart ones. You are.
Well, it wasn't me. Thank Roger for that one.
Must have been Roger then.
Yeah, well, we were kind of wondering about it, but we really didn't want to say it where everybody out there would hear that, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there could have been some of the drivers might have been watching the stream and maybe heard it and followed suit on that. But great strategy, Patrick. You come home the winner tonight. God, man, great race. You got anybody you want to say hello to or thank?
I got to thank PSRG. Those guys help us every week. Me and Logan, especially, we worked really hard on this setup this week for NIS. And we actually did double duty tonight doing the NIS race and this race. Big thanks to them. And big thanks to Roger Wagner and X Factor Custom Paint Schemes. And got to thank my new sponsor I'm going to be bringing on for the Pro Series, DX Racer. They make custom racing seats, chairs that you can use for like gaming and stuff. So everybody go check them out, dxracer.com. Thanks.
Ooh, very cool. All right, thanks, Patrick. Thank you for talking with us, and congratulations again on a great win here tonight at Sonoma.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Roger, you got second place. Logan Sheets in here.
I do. Logan?
Hey.
Man, here you are. You know, right back in front of us once again. Congratulations on the second place finish. And, yeah, you know, Rudy brought it up to Krabby, and he said you guys kind of paid attention and took the advice and did the short pit. But, man, you had a train of cars come down there with you guys. Did you expect everyone to do it once you guys kind of led suit like the Pied Piper, or did you think you maybe kind of had a leg up on the competition?
Yeah, like Patrick was saying, if you hadn't said anything, we wouldn't have thought of that. So
whoops.
Thanks for that. I figured a few people would see what we're doing and follow us, but not nearly that many. I guess we got some smart drivers who can think fast, so I don't know how the people who didn't do that fared, but it'd be interesting to go watch the broadcast and see.
Well, 3 guys did not that I can remember counting, possibly 4. But as soon as you guys all did that and they went through 11 and came around and started up the hill on lap 10, the radio chatter was, "Man, I wish I would have thought of that." So, you know, it ends up working out, and you guys were the class in the field by far. You drove away from everybody pretty much the whole night. You and Rattler there had one heck of a battle. We really focused on you two for quite a while in the broadcast. I know you guys are teammates. Did you have a plan just to go ahead and finish that way, or was it, you know, the gloves are off, and if he could have got you, he needed to get you?
He was driving me a lot nicer than I think he would have most people. I don't really think he ever tried to pass me, maybe that last lap, but yeah, that I just kind of followed Patrick on that start. I was content just running third behind him, and then I got David into turn 1 on that restart there, and just kind of stayed there.
Well, a great race, another fantastic finish for you. obviously going to be a good boost in the points for you again. Other than the strategy play early, did you really think that you had something for Patrick at any point, or were you really just content to kind of come home second there?
Yeah, Patrick had a lot more practice at the set doing the 2 NIS races, so I was content running third. David and Patrick are both faster than me, but it's hard to pass at Sonoma, and like I said, David was being nice. I didn't have anything for Patrick at all. The set was a lot looser than it was in NIS weather, and me being a subpar driver to Patrick, I didn't have anything for him.
Man, it's still a fantastic finish, another second place for you. So, we're looking forward to getting on to the rest of the season and seeing how you guys fare. A team deal, 1, 2, 3. You just swept it. I mean, you guys were just absolutely the fastest guys out there by far. Again, congrats. Is there anybody you need to thank or say hello to tonight?
Yeah, just a big shout out to PSRG. Helped me and Patrick worked on the setup this week, and you got to give Swaycart some credit. It looked like he had a pretty good long run set and was catching us pretty quick there at the end.
Well, all right, man. We appreciate your time again, and I told you in the pre-race we'd probably get a chance to talk to you again tonight, and here you are. And we're looking forward to getting the rest of the season under our belts.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Rudy, you got David Rattler here, don't you?
Yes, sir. David Rattler. Long time no talk, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey, you come home third tonight. It looked like you and Logan were having quite the battle there for the last few laps. Well, pretty much the whole race, because we stayed focused on you a lot. But was in the plan there that you were going to try to get by Logan there with a couple to go? Because we seen you try it there once and may have slipped up a little bit. You tried to get a run on him. Was that in the plan? Did you have that set in the back of your mind?
It might have been, but once I saw a Schwaycard coming up from the rear, I knew I had to stay behind Logan, and he knows how I drive. I like to stay right on his bumper, make sure, I'm making him honest,
Oh yeah.
And I just waited until the last lap, see if I could, maybe have a go at him, but this Schwaycard was so close, I just didn't want to try anything that would jeopardize both our finishes.
Well, very smart move, very smart. We've seen a lot of smart racing going on up there between you guys. A lot of things that, we've seen drivers back in the field even making, Travis Townsend made an absolutely beautiful, smart move by backing out and letting somebody go by him rather than wrecking them. Track position was everything out here today. Sonoma, pretty tough place, only a couple places to pass, and track position just meant everything. That smart move at the beginning of the race there, where you guys all pitted there on lap 9, what did you think about that? Nobody thought about that till Roger brought that up. So what did you think of that idea?
Well, Logan was the one to tell us about it, and he is a crew chief, so whatever he says goes. So,
wow.
Thought about it, made perfect sense. We came down and caution fell, and we were right back where we were, first, second, and third.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing, pretty amazing. I would have never gave that a thought. And when Roger said that, I was like, oh man, I had to do it in my math in my head and think about, okay, you guys come around and they're going to have to stop. You're going to go by them. Yeah, it was a pretty strategic play there by you guys, but it brought you home 1, 2, 3. What do you think about that?
That means we stayed on the track for the most part, so I'm happy about that. The setup was great, like they said. Patrick and Logan, they worked on it real hard this week and past couple of weeks, and it was a great setup. I just had to adjust it for my style of driving, but other than that, it was phenomenal.
All right. Well, very good job out there, and you come home third tonight. Congratulations to you on that, David. Hopefully we're going to get to see you more this season, because I think these guys are heading into probably one of the best seasons that IWCR has ever seen. We've got a lot of new drivers that have come in, and you know, Logan Sheets one of them, and it's a great welcome into the league. It's so good to see him in here. A lot of tough competitors. And Travis Townsend, another one. Now today, you know, we've heard a lot of it that Sonoma's just not their thing. Road courses are not their forte. We've heard a lot of different, you know, I'm not going to say excuses, but a lot of different things that have come out of, you know, some of the drivers' mouths out there today. And you guys capitalized on that by bringing home 1, 2, 3, and that's a great feat for anybody on this track. And to do it as a team, 1, 2, 3, that's absolutely amazing. But David, thank you for talking with us. And you got anybody you want to give a thank you out to? Any sponsors you want to say thank you to?
I just want to thank PSRG, LDR, DDM. I want to thank IWCR and you guys in the booth. I definitely will try to make more races. I know it's hard doing NIS and the league race, but when I feel up for it, I definitely will try to make the races. Like you said, the competition has definitely risen in this league, and it not only helps the other drivers, but it helps us as well to not slack off, if you will, on our driving and our racecraft.
Oh, that's very well put, David. Yes, you know, it's good to see the black stripers in there, and I think it's taken a lot of these other guys to another level. They have got some of the toughest competition that there is in iRacing out there racing on the track with them and making them better drivers, and like you said, making you guys better drivers. So, but congratulations to you, and the best of luck to all three of you in the NIS series. I wish you all, you know, all three of you, great luck and success. Hopefully you guys do make it. So, but thanks for talking with us. Good job out there today, David.
Thank you.
All right, Roger, let's go down through some of the stats here real quick. Patrick Crabtree did lead 33 laps out of the 35. John Batista did sneak in a couple laps there when they were under caution. So great job by them guys. Let's see. Patrick Crabtree, of course, coming home a winner today. Congratulations to him. Logan Sheets in second. David Rattler third. John Schweikert coming in with a great last couple lap run there to try to get by David Rattler. I don't know exactly what happened there at the very end, but I think they were kind of close. But good run for John. Joe Roberts, great run for Joe today, coming home fifth. Got by John Batista after Batista made that slip up there on the backstretch. And took it off track after he worked so hard to get up there and get by Joe Roberts. Lost it there just in one turn. John Batista coming home sixth. Tyler McClintock seventh. Galen Gidman eighth. Brian Wilderson ninth. And Travis Townsend your top 10. Roger?
Zachary Miller brought it home 11th. 12th to Michael Leiby. Nathan Sedlick in 13th. Evan Matvieco 14th. 15th is Thomas Branner. Christopher Perryman finishes 16th tonight. DeAndre Artist in 17th, 18th to Randall Drake. 19th to Mike Vining. And running out your top 20 tonight, Paul Crumrye.
All right. Jeremy Bazemore in 21st. Scoot Johnson, 22nd. Thomas Keene, 23rd. Stephen Pearson, 24th. Matt Spangler, 25th. Zachary Chahalis, 26th. Keith Shaner, 27th. And the tail end of the field here, David Butterworth in 28th. All right, well, Roger, any last-minute things you want to throw out here about this race tonight?
First off, congratulations to Patrick on the win, Logan second, and David third. A team effort, and they absolutely were the class of the field tonight. Great job by them. A quick shout out to Schweikert. He really made a valiant effort there the last few laps and closed up on those guys. And I think he just overdrove one or two of the corners late in that run, and it ended up dropping him back 2 or 3 seconds behind him at the end. But he made a great effort to get there. Good run for him all night. The strategy play early really paid off for for these guys that ended up in the front. I think I want half of the purse checks for that, just because it was my idea. I don't know, but but still, a great run. Just absolute dominant performance by Crabtree. This was a fun race. I really enjoyed watching this. We did get to see a lot of action in various spots around the track. It's really, really hard to pass here, and guys had to set some things up, and sometimes, the door just opened for them because somebody made a mistake, but up front, those guys really didn't meet a whole lot of resistance except each other. It was a lot of fun just watching them, and my hat's off to them. For 35 laps out here, that is grueling at this place because I'm not the greatest of road racers, and I'm not a huge fan of even watching it. So these guys going out here and putting down the performance that they did is just top-notch to me. This whole field is full of really good drivers, and they just keep getting better every season. The rest of the season is going to be a blast to watch if this keeps up.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So, all right, well, we're going to wrap this up here at IWCR, and thank you guys for watching here, MaxSpeedTV.com. Tune in tomorrow night. We're going to be doing the IWCR Truck Series here tonight or tomorrow night. So tune in the same time tomorrow night. So we will see you then.